Hi Kamlesh, good afternoon and welcome to Business ke Badshah section. So in this section we are
Hi.
interacting. Yeah. So in this section we are interacting with handpicked successful leaders of Aditya Birla Sun Life for different categories. I hope you and your family are doing good.
Thanks, Vikas. Thank you for inviting me for this session. And yes, me and my family is doing good, and expect everything is fine at your end as well.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Kamlesh, for asking. Yes, everything is going well as of now. Kamlesh, in today's conversation, I would like you to share your experience of transition from managing small team to managing a zone. But before we deep dive into this, what are the top things which helped you in the past to be where you are today as a leader?
Okay, so Vikas, if I were to talk about my journey and what actually has helped me in all these years to reach where I am, I would say there are few things which I have kept following on a daily basis. If I were to name, first is discipline. You have to be disciplined in your approach, and discipline means not only reaching on time, or discipline means being available. Discipline means that anything and everything you are doing, be it as sending an MIS, if you are particular about sending an MIS on a particular day, probably will make lot of difference. So discipline is one thing. Second, I follow this rigorously, that nothing is impossible. Every uh, problem or every situation which you are in, you just need to find a solution. You just need to ensure that you keep working on. Third one is obviously connected to it, that every problem has a solution. So whenever there is a problem thrown at you, be rest assured that there is a solution attached to it. It's just that you need to spend time. You need to dive deep and find that solution. So these are three things I would say: discipline, follow mantra of nothing is impossible, and every problem comes along with a solution. So these are the three things which has helped me, and I continue to tell everyone that if you follow, you're bound to succeed.
That's really great, Kamlesh, and thank you so much for sharing these insights. How has been your transition from managing a small team and then managing a zone now?
If I were to talk about transition, uh, it's just that magnitude changes. If you continue doing those basic things, I'm sure you will not feel that your team size has gone up. It's just that you need to continue doing those small things which ensures your team is aligned. And again, I am saying that discipline is one thing which I continue to follow, so that when you have large teams, this is one thing which will help, and this is the only thing which will help you move forward in journey.
Yeah, great, Kamlesh. Thank you for that. In this journey, you must have had its own setbacks. What were the complex challenges, and how did you manage to tackle them?
So, Vikas, if I were to talk about challenges, yes, when we started this journey in last 3.5 years, open architecture has its own beauty in terms of daily challenges. So when we started this journey, I would want to go back and probably talk about 3.5 years back. When we started this journey, we had at Aditya Birla, we had best non-par products. So we started our journey with Secure Plus, wherein we were talking about you pay one and I'll give you two. And an easiest product, probably bank would have never seen that kind of product. But when this journey started, and meanwhile we started seeing competition was more of focusing on term products, and we were and I would say that we were facing serious competition because our term plan was not available with 85 years of age as in term, or 100 years, which is till 99 years of term plan was not available. I came, I gathered my team together and I said that let's work out how we can go out and find a solution to this problem. And when everyone was talking about that why we don't have 85 years or 100 years term plan, we went back and we convinced our SPs, branch managers, that instead of selling 85 years or 100-year term plan, you start selling term plan till age 60. because that's the time when any customer will have liabilities or he is earning. And we told them that balance premium which he is paying for 85-year or 100-year term plan, he can invest in any other asset class which over a period of 20, 25, 30 years can give him a good money which actually can be used for his medical emergency or medical requirement post age 60. So, and this clicked with many SPs, many branch managers who were very, very concerned about customers. They found it really important. And when they started talking to customers saying that why don't you offer, why don't you buy a term plan with 60 years as in till age 60, customers started accepting this as a really effective tool. And trust me, that year we ended up with 6.5% term mix when competition was selling term plan left, right, and center. So I would say that this was the problem which we faced while we started our journey, but there was an answer and we could tackle that problem.
Great, Kamlesh, and I think that year we also turned around our term mix pretty well in the entire Gujarat zone, and you were the key contributor behind that.
Yes.
So in 2022, we were feeling that now we are going back to physical world, but again we have circled back to digital learning. So what
Yes.
message that you want to give to your team today and your viewers today about digital learning?
So definitely, Vikas, I would say that we are going back in digital world, and we will remain in digital world because now information is available at fingertip. But at the same time, when everything is available at fingertip, we are more of relaxed thinking that yes, this problem or this information is available digitally, so you need not to spend time. Previously, when we were talking about physical sessions, physical trainings, we used to get together in a session for a session and spend half an hour, 1 hour, 2 hours doing trainings. But because now it is digitally available, we have moved away. So my request to all viewers and everyone who is watching this, every day spend 15-20 minutes on digital learning. And at Aditya Birla, if I were to talk about, we have Aditya Birla Capital Learning app. This app is available on Android as well as iOS. You can watch n number of videos which talks from why you need to buy life insurance, from to what are the advantages of life insurance. You have knowledge available, you have information available, articles available. My request that if every day 15-20 minutes spent on this application probably can enhance your knowledge, and knowledge is the only differentiator which will help you in your career. So my request that please download ABC Learning app and spend 15-20 minutes every day for learning.
Thanks, Kamlesh. Thanks for that message. So, last section of my question and answer today. It's a rapid fire round for you, and you have to be really quick, quirky, wacky, relevant, and funny.
I'll try my best.
Yeah. So, what one thing makes you most proud of yourself?
Proud about myself, I would say knowledge. Yep. So knowledge
Alright.
is one thing. Yeah.
What is the most appealing trait in a leader's career?
If I were to talk about leader, then it has to be effective communication.
Great. If you didn't have to work, what would you do in your life?
Probably I would have been in a village doing farming and growing my own vegetables and grains.
Thank you. Are you more cautious or bold?
I would say cautious but bold in terms of taking calls.
Great. Which quote resonates with you the most?
I don't know quote if I were to able, but I can say that हर ताले की चाबी available है, just that you need to find the one. So
Great. That's it from my side, Kamlesh, and I would really uh, thank you so much for sharing your thoughts. It was a pleasure having a word with you. Thank you for taking out the time to be here.
Thanks, Vikas, and it is complete my pleasure to be on this platform. Sharing my message and what I feel about current situation. So great having great being here. Thank you.
Thank you.